It's J Will on the Raps and Kush Band, ladies and gentlemen. The song is called Jah is Real. And we always try to bring some real vibes, all right? We getting the technology splash east, west, north, and south. Try to get it right, get it tight so we can get you in contact with the folks that we need to get you in contact with. But make sure everything's right. I can see him. I think you can see him too. Marlon, can you hear me, sir?
I hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Well, go on, my brother. You know what? Let me take this off. Let me take this off right here. You see the people, once the people see you, them start calling them. They not call before you come on. But that's how the thing go on. Times are out in full effect. What's going on, bro?
Hey, I'm good, just holding the Saturday night vibes at the eye,
Give thanks, man. As always, give thanks for joining the party and share the love of music, the knowledge, the whole nine. But we got some special things, right? We got some very, very special things that's about to pop off. And I want, of course, there's no better time to talk about it than now. No better person to talk about it with than you. I'm gonna splash a little something out there for the folks to see as we get into it. We're talking about Reggae Global, all right? Reggae Global. Now, I'm always going. I love being able to bring the gift of music to people. Radio, wherever we're doing it, we bring it to them one way or another. And of course, I think there's something powerful and something wonderful about radio that has always been there, but is there even more now than ever. The fact that people are home, people are able to digest and soak in the message, the music, all the things that we have to offer. And there's something fantastic going on right about now called Reggae Global Radio. I'm gonna sit back right now and I'm gonna let you tell me the hell is going on in the world of music right about now with Reggae Global Radio. Talk to me, Marlon. What's good? What's going on?
Reggae Global Radio is an upcoming online radio station. Official launch is planned for September 4th. But right now, Reggae Global Radio is up and running. And congratulations, bro. You are the first official live broadcast on Reggae Global Radio. We are being broadcast live right now on Reggae Global Radio.
Yes. Give thanks. Give thanks. I love it.
So since early in the week, the station has kind of been up and doing some test runs. And the sound is good. The audio is clean. And we're getting things ready. We're ready to roll on September 4th. And actually on August 29th, we are planning a live broadcast for Record Store Day coming to you from VP Records. SDS
VP
and
Records, the store down in Florida?
In Miramar, Florida, yes.
Wow.
SDS slated to perform along with Ed Robinson.
Nice.
And Reggae Global Radio will be there to bring you that live.
So that's launch day.
That's the first official broadcast, but the official launch is actually on September 4th.
September 4th. And
Friday, September 4th.
What I love about situations like these, Marlon, is this. When it comes to music, when it comes to business, I think there's a leg up. I think there's a little bit of let me not say a little bit, a lot of insight that comes from people who've always been there, right? Especially when you've done it on the commercial side of things, you've done it on the local side of things, you've done it on the international side of things, you've done it, and then you now get in the driver's seat of an institution yourself, so you can put it out to the masses. You've learned, you've seen, and the one thing I love too is this: many people have products that they're not consumers of. You know what I'm saying? True. So you have a lot of people who have products that they market, they push, they sell, but they're not necessarily consumers of that product, right? So they can't tell you the Rasta tell us that the jerk chicken bomb, but he's going off of what somebody tell him, guy, him not eat chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Chicken, right?
him not eat chicken, but he telling you it's fire. So you are involved with Reggae Global Radio, and I think that in itself is wonderful because you bring to the table not just the vantage point of knowledge from radio, from music, and I could go forever, but from the vantage point of a consumer of this music. All right.
Yeah,
Now
I've
tell
been a
me
radio junkie all my life, basically.
all your life, right? So talk to me now about the advantages. Talk to me about the differences that radio can have when there's somebody like yourself at the helm, behind the scenes, making sure things work, being that you're not just the player, but you're a client also.
Well, basically, we're going to live up to the name Reggae Global Radio, and we're going to emphasize on the global.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have presenters from different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
We so far we have DJs from the UK. We'll have a legal dream team, and we have international stars. We'll have an MV Corner with Mr. Vegas.
Mad.
We'll have the Reggae Lane with the one and only Ed Robinson. We'll have the Hugo Buzz Show. We have Japan. You know, we have DJs from all over the world. And so
Wow.
we're going to make it global, and we are including those who are among us as well. Homegrown with G Cole will be heard on Reggae Global Radio. My program, Real Rockers, will be heard as well. The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Wake Up and Live with Sir Rockwell. Those are some of the programs we'll be carrying. The Drive Time Show with Mixmaster J out of the UK. DJ Steve as well out of the UK. So yeah, these are we're in the early stages, but we're trying to work out the programming right now and scheduling and all those things.
I love it, brother. I love it. I love it. I love it. It gives me an energy of one stop, get it all here. A lot of times, you know, you go out the road and say, okay, guess what? I need produce. I gotta go over there because they got the best produce, right? You say, I need fish. I gotta go over there because they got the best fish, right? I need some bread. I gotta go over the bakery over there. They got the best ones. You guys put it all together, because as I'm listening to the lineups and so forth, those are different shows and different personalities that I listen to, but I gotta go here, there, and everywhere to get them. You know what I mean? Right now, I could get them all on Reggae Global. So if, in other words, and correct me if I'm wrong, what I'm getting is when I get up in the morning and I turn my radio onto Reggae Global, I need not switch that for the rest of the day. Is it safe to say that I'm correct?
It's a one-stop shop, and that's basically the idea. It's a one-stop shop. You get it all here. You got your music, you got your entertainment, you got your news, you got your information. It's a one-stop shop. When you come to Reggae Global Radio, you stay there.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I know we're emphasizing on the global, but the reggae is a big part of it too. So it is a
absolutely
completely reggae station. And when we say reggae, there are different types of reggae. People talk from different parts of the world. There's dancehall is considered reggae. We got different, all kind of things. Once the root and the backbone of it is reggae, then we go and be reggae. And that's what we're going to be hearing on Reggae Global. Is that safe to say that that's true?
That is a very safe bet. That is correct. The emphasis is reggae. And that's the first word in the name of the station. It's Reggae Global Radio. And that is exactly what you get. Reggae Global Radio.
I love it. I love it. I love it. As someone who in the corporate world has to deliver to people some stuff that a lot of people don't understand. The people who consume it, the immediate consumers understand it, but a lot of other people just don't. I'd like to ask you from the vantage point of that this person want to know, why is it that the world right now needs to tune in to Reggae Global Radio? Once we hit that launch date, if I saw you in the streets with a Reggae Global t-shirt on, there are other stuff out there. There's other radio stations are buzzing and popping or whatever the case may be. And I see the t-shirt, I'm like, Reggae Global. Tell me, why is it that I need to be locked in to Reggae Global? Talk to me.
Because we have the diverse programming. We have some of the best presenters from around the globe. And we have everything that you would need as a lover of reggae. So we got you the good music. We've got the old, the new, and everything in between. And we have some of the best personalities and presenters and mixers and you name it. We have it at Reggae Global Radio.
Wow. Wow. And of course, you got the interactive shows. You're going to have a lot of the people, the interviews, everything coming through to you. And I love that kind of vibe. And I remember I'm a kid growing up in Ocho Jamaica. And I remember we had our RJRs as a kid growing up. We had our Fame FMs. You know what I mean? We had our KLAS. We had our JBCs, whatever, whatever, whatever. But there was nothing like when IRA FM touched down and gave you that reggae 24/7. Now, R&B, pop, hip hop, they've got their rooting and their footing in radio across the globe. Talk to me a little bit about, we just talked about why people should listen, but as curators of the music, right? As artists, as producers, as people behind the scenes, in your eyes, in your hearts, in your ears, why is it that us as the producers of this culture need Reggae Global?
We need Reggae Global radio in and of itself, because of prime example is what happened earlier this week with the Billboard magazine cover. The whole Versus thing was the cover of Billboard magazine, but missing from the cover was Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, who had the biggest verses of them all. And so we see the disrespect that has reggae music has been given over the years by mainstream. So we have to create our own stream here. And this is what Reggae Global Radio is all about. It's our music, and we use our platform for our music. Our music is first and foremost. We're not depending on Billboard. We're not depending on the Grammys. We are the standard for reggae music.
I love it. I don't get excited too easy, no, Marlon. I'm not telling you, I don't get excited too easy, but I'm going to tell you the truth, man. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. I'm fired up.
I'm glad you're fired up, because I certainly am.
I keep composure. And a lot of times you see me all cool saying I'm fired up, but inside it's fireworks, because I find myself on the road a lot these days. And that's my time to soak in stuff, be it podcasts, whatever the case may be. And sometimes I find that one station, and I'm locked in, and I'm driving through the scenery and the music and the vibe and the energy is getting to me. And then after a while, boom, it's done, it's gone. All right. Maybe I'm still on the station, but the energy, the personality is gone. In a situation like this, I just feel like, again, I'm gonna turn it on in the morning. I got no need to go anywhere else. I got no need to do anything else, because I got everything and everybody. It's an MV corner. You know what I mean? Real rockers. If I want my knowledge, if I want my information, if I want to soak in something, if I want to feel like I'm getting the juice, I got that. You know what I mean? If it's a nighttime, I want to hear some business and some finance and two chiropractor, I crack two bones, I could check in DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift. You know what I mean? And of course, we have Ed Robinson, artists playing music, right? This to me is an avenue that other artists need to dial into. I'm going to say need to dial into. Every artist, every producer, every real curator of this music. If you ain't in contact with Reggae Global, you doing something wrong. Get in right about now while you fit in, getting in right about right now while Marlon has the time to answer these phones, because I guarantee you, in about a month or two, ain't gonna be able to pick up on the first ring.
Well, it's already crazy. It's already crazy, because the buzz is already in the industry, and you know, within the radio network. So it's already crazy the amount of people that are reaching out. We cannot possibly put everyone on who has reached out and expressed interest.
Wow.
So we right now are in the process of basically cherry picking the presenters, you know, so that we can get things rolling.
I love it. I love it. And you're saying Media Day, done by VP Records, Miramar, Florida. We're gonna be out there giving the people a live show, right in front of the record store, right?
Yes, right at the record store, and that's August 29th. And you know, when we don't have live DJs, there will be music 24/7. So
right.
If there's not a live DJ on, you know, we have music courtesy of Spotify, and that's one of the things we'll be doing, is using Spotify to assist the artists in getting their streams.
I love that. That's something. And when I talk to artists, because a lot of times artists, and you can tell me too, in our interaction or my interaction with a lot of these artists, I feel a lot of them feel radio plays their music and selectors play their music out of protocol, but there's not necessarily a genuine support. My show, I've always played from either Spotify, Apple Music, stuff like that, because I always feel a need to have it count toward the streams. I'm done up here feet a month time anyway, you know what I mean? So I think that idea right there of having a radio station that curates a lot of its list from Spotify is something that a host of other stations, major stations too, need to take a page out of a book for that. But talk to me a little bit about how that concept came about for you, being able to say, you know what, let's dive into this and not just play to support the artists from the vantage point of the people listening, hearing the music, but also from the streaming standpoint, because that's a way, whether they realize it or not, that's a way that Reggae Global is actually putting relevance to an artist and revenue in an artist's pocket by playing the music. Generally speaking, people talk about what they've got to do to get their music played. And you find yourself right now in a situation where the radio station is damn near making money for you. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Okay, well, basically, that was really the idea is to assist the artists in getting some revenue, because we do what we can from a radio vantage point to get the music heard. But right now, things are not the way they used to be, where sales are concerned, or where revenue from music sales are concerned. So streaming is where it is in 2020. And so, the management team at Reggae Global made that decision that this is a way to benefit the artist. It will be beneficial to the artist financially if we curate our playlist through the medium of Spotify.
I love that. I love that. And the best analogy for that for me is this is what you get when the chefs own the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You get that service, you get the food, you get everything how it's supposed to be. And that's what happens here. And personally, I am indeed grateful for platforms like this, because I think it's a blueprint. I think it's a standard being set. And believe it or not, I think a lot of other entities are going to follow suit, and rightfully so. And they need to do so real quick, because again, this is something that is unheard of. Major stations aren't doing this, or at least not doing it yet. So I must commend you. I must commend the team, commend everybody working hard, because I know there's been a lot of things brewing and going on behind the scenes. All right. Real Rockers, let's talk about that a little bit, because that's a show that I love. But talk to the masses, the two people who live under the big stone, who don't really know what's going on with Real Rockers Radio and what's going on with Marlon's program, because I see you behind the desk and you got the 15 monitors and you're making sure Reggae Global does its thing. But yo, I still need to hear Real Rockers Radio. So talk to me about your thing.
Okay, basically, Real Rockers will be a part of Reggae Global Radio. It's a possibility right now that we could add a day. That's something that's being looked into. But Real Rockers will be a part of Reggae Global Radio. And what you get with Real Rockers is, as I like to put it, hits of the past, present, and future. You get all of that. We've got music, reviews, interviews, news. It's a one-stop shop in itself. We give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a lot of things about the Jamaican culture, and about the history of the music and the evolution of the music, and where some of the music is coming from. And we'll be talking to some of the people that made it happen, those that are still around, who were there to develop the music in the early stages. We talk directly to them. I play clips from interviews I did years ago. Wow. If something comes up, when Buju Banton released his single with John Legend, right, a couple months ago, I was able to go back and play an interview with Buju Banton in 2009, and how he did his first collaboration with John Legend, Can't Be My Lover, at that time.
Wow.
On Bob Marley's birthday, I played an interview, or a part of an interview I did with Judy Mowat in 2006. And I played the part where she spoke about Bob Marley and her impressions of Bob Marley. So we have a lot in the archives that we share. and we have fresh information because we're always doing our research and we're always getting new information and research. One of the big things that's a hot topic this week and I'll be getting into next week as well is the order of distinctions that is being given out
Recently, yeah.
yeah. So we have some people like Bobby Digital who'll be getting his posthumously this year.
Well deserved.
But we're talking about those who should have an order of distinction already, but do not as yet.
Right.
Sugar Minott passed away 10 years ago. He still has not been honored with an order of distinction.
Right.
And I think he deserves one, not just because of what he achieved as an artist himself, but because of what he did in launching the careers of other artists through his Youthman promotion setup. He was responsible for launching the careers of people like Tenor Saw, Little John, Junior Reid, Tristan Palmer. The list goes on and on. And I think it's criminal. Dennis Brown got his order of distinction 12 years after he passed.
Wow.
That's criminal. That's criminal.
Yeah. Those people are deserving of at least 15 years to life for those kind of decisions as not awarding the right people at the right time. You know what I always want, and this conversation comes up a lot, and of course we could get into it today or even another day on the show, is I always wonder the people who are putting together the list of people to get these awards, are they really in the know of the history, the legacy, the current situation, and the future of this music? Or is it just somebody who's got the job to do stuff like that? Because like you said, a lot of the people who have not been awarded, it is quite criminal when you think about it. And then the question even came up about like a David Rodigan, right? David Rodigan getting...
Yeah, that was a hot topic as well.
That was a hot topic, right? I got my own opinion on it. Personally, I think he deserves it. My thing is, I think a lot of people, we have reasons to be upset, but I think people point their displeasure and their vile in the wrong direction. You can't point that at Rodigan for getting awarded. Go point it at the people who didn't award the people who rightfully should have gotten so. And the fact that another person hasn't gotten it doesn't mean that he's not deserving of it too. So,
and I share that opinion, and that was the sentiment I shared as well.
Right.
Yeah. I certainly think Rodigan deserves an order of distinction for his global promotion of reggae music and sharing the knowledge and the history of the music throughout the world. But there are others who should have gotten it already. Desmond Dekker still has not been honored. Desmond Dekker was the first artist to have a #1 on a global chart with Poor Me Israelites in 1969.
Desmond Dekker doesn't have an OD?
He does not. Neither does Jackie Mittoo, who passed away 31 years ago. Earl Chinna Smith doesn't have one. King Tubby doesn't have one.
Wow.
I could go on. I could go on and on.
The word that you said and rightfully used is criminal. It's criminal.
It is.
But again, that's why I always go back to the root of it, to like who makes the decisions as to who get awarded these things, who signs off on these things, and are they really in the know? And of course, I guess we need to find out exactly what's the criteria, because as with everything else that's being awarded, we see it in our presidential elections when we see our winners and we look at the people who didn't win and we start doing the math and the lateral assessments. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But at the end of the day, my thing pretty much is, again, as a people, as a culture, we have to make sure that we're putting our antlers in the right places, as well as pointing our vial in the right places too, because certain things I thought was quite disrespectful in terms of how people, and people within the industry too, what they said and how they geared it toward Rodigan, instead of gearing it toward whomever is giving out these awards. You know what I mean?
I agree. And I do think they have been doing a better job in recent years in terms of who is awarded. That may have something to do with Babsy Grange
Love
being
that.
Minister of Culture. You know, she's been involved in the music industry as a record producer, as an artist manager, as a booking agent. She knows the business, she knows the industry.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know to what extent she's involved in this process,
Right.
but I think that has something to do with the improvement. Um, I think one of the flaws in the system is politics, because if the other party takes over, Babsy Grange will not hold that position. I think
Right.
she is the best and the most qualified person to do that job right now. And if the other party comes into power, she's out.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
it's not really about giving the job to the best person for the job. And I think that is one of the flaws in the system.
Yeah. 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 Because when it comes to politics, how things are done, especially Jamaican politics, as we look at it right now, for the people who operate in their arena, she's probably the most qualified to operate in her arena than most others, right?
Right,
Now,
right, right.
if and when, because no political party reigns forever, if and when she's no longer there, then I am also fearful. I share your sentiment in terms of how things will work out. Now, when it comes to today, 2020, if somebody sits down now and decides, okay, you know what, there's been mishaps, missteps, and mistakes taken in terms of awarding these ODs, does it have the same feeling, the same sentiment, the same strength, the same warmth if they just give out a bag of ODs right now, trying to make up for last time? Oh, you what Oprah said, you get a cap, you get a cap, you get a cap. You know what I mean? I worry about that too, in terms of, is that the remedy, or is that gonna dilute the value of that award?
I don't think it will dilute the value, because we're giving it to people who deserve it because they have made valuable contributions to the development of the music.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, if you get Desmond Dekker, Aston Barrett, Jackie Mittoo, Earl Chinna Smith, and King Tubby all at once, I don't think it devalues
Right. Right.
the OD, because these are all pioneers. As a matter of fact, Roger Lewis from Inner Circle started a petition, and he's got some 30 signatures the first day, to have Lynn Tate get an Order of Distinction, because he was instrumental in the development of Rocksteady, which was a pivotal point in Jamaican music history.
I think we got to sit down with Roger Lewis and bring him on board on the station one of these days and chop it up and have some conversation about that, because I think it is very important that we not just have conversation amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? Because that happens a lot of times. And with the advent right now of social media, I think the voices are being heard and people being able to put their input and their 2 cents out there, that sometimes can be even a lot more valuable than even the signatures. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here is our million signatures across the globe as people talk about it, because it's something that needs to be spoken about. And matter of fact, I would love to sit down. I'm gonna figure out how to get it done, to sit down with the powers that be and find out why. You know, nobody likes that question. Why has things been the way they are, and how are we going to remedy things? Now, from what you see right now, do you anticipate an improvement? Do you anticipate some of these wrongs being righted in the near future, based on just the mumblings and the grumblings that's going on right now amongst reggae lovers and peoples of the culture?
Yes, I do anticipate a change in the near future, because some of the giants in the industry are speaking up. Those who are respected, their voices are being heard, and they're standing up for their colleagues. And I think that is a big factor and is a huge potential difference maker.
I love that,
because G Cole and Marlon can talk all day long about how unjust the situation is. You know, but you and I are not in a position at this very moment to do something about that.
Right.
But the fact that those who are involved in the industry, those who have received their OD, are
Mhm.
speaking up for their colleagues. I think that is the biggest difference maker that there is right now.
Right, right. And I'm extremely proud of that because we see over and over again where the people who've gotten theirs, you know what I mean? The people who are full, people who've already been fed, go to sleep and they don't speak up on behalf of the hungry, so to speak. So right now, it's just really heartwarming that folks that have already been awarded are speaking up. You know what I mean? Because they know the
Absolutely.
value of it, they know the real deals, and they know who should. So a lot of times people have a tendency to thank you for my award and go sit down quietly and just mind their business. I love the fact that right now, a lot of those people, those movers, those shakers, those former awardees are speaking up on behalf of their colleagues, and it's a beautiful thing. And I'm hoping that I can hear some of these people on Real Rockers chopping it up with you, and you know what I mean, getting the inside scoop. Sometimes they come and they sit down with me, but I love to sit down and hear your vantage point and your conversation with them. So let's see if we can get some of this. And I think if there's one place that we're gonna get it for everybody across the globe that want to dial into that one spot, it's Reggae Global Radio.
Reggae Global. I have one more bombshell for you where
Yeah.
Reggae Global Radio is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon and near you, those who are in South Florida, Reggae Global Radio FM.
Oh snap. Oh snap. So on FM dial.
Yes, indeed.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Now that is major for those people driving a car and they listen to the radio all the time, you know, but they don't realize how much it takes from sort of some different angles to get an FM band, a solid, legitimate FM band. And I do think that even though in my eyes, you know, internet radio is the most powerful thing there is because its reach is way more prehensile
Global.
than anything else. It's global. But there's something validating, right? There's something
Yes.
reaffirming about that FM dial. And you've got to have done something amazing, or are doing something amazing, or are about to do something amazing to be able to even fathom getting an FM dial at least so early. So to you, to the team, to the fam, to everybody that's going to be presenting, and guess what? To all the ears that are listening in and will be listening to Reggae Global, congratulations. All right. Congratulations. Big time.
Much respect, and the whole entire team thanks you for giving us the opportunity to get it out there.
Pleasure's mine. The pleasure is mine, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Mr. Marlon Burrell right about now, the man himself from Real Rockers. And you know what? For those people who don't know, because we haven't gotten into it, outside of being a host on the show, I just refer to you as the big man. I just refer to you as the man behind the scenes. I just refer to you as the captain of the ship. I refer to you as the pilot of the airplane. But what exactly is your role at Reggae Global Radio?
My role at Reggae Global Radio is general manager.
Mad thing. Mad. So anytime, I love when curators like yourself and people with an appreciation like you are in that position at a broadcast entity, because what it does pretty much is it allows the music to be heard. And when I say the music, I'm not talking about the popular music. I'm talking about the music. I fight battles all the time with a lot of entities that I'm on, dispersing music as to why I should be playing a whole lot more of just the popular joints, just the artists that are out there, to the point where they would have you believe that it's only a couple of artists making good music and it's only a couple of good songs out there when there are tons of it. And I think an entity like this and somebody like yourself is going to bring something special to the airwaves.
And that, you know, that would take us back to top 40 and everything that is wrong with mainstream radio. They put 40 songs on the playlist and everybody play those 40 songs, you know. And reggae music is not that kind of music, because the amount of reggae that is produced, I think there's more reggae produced in the world. There's more reggae produced than any other genre in the world.
On a daily basis.
On a daily basis. As a matter of fact, from way back in the 90s, Billboard magazine ran an article. I was doing college radio at the time. Billboard magazine ran an article saying that Jamaica was producing the most music per capita in the world.
Right.
And we still are. The difference now is that we are not just in Jamaica. We are everywhere, all over the world, and making great reggae music.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The brilliant thing about doing radio with presenters and DJs from all across the globe is that it covers the different time zones too. So, you know, for those people who are up late, but G Cole gone in bed, you still hear somebody from the UK popping something. You're still hearing somebody from Japan popping something. You're hearing other people. So I think that structure in itself is not just great, but it's unique to any radio station, because especially a radio station that's looking to put out an FM dial, you don't get that. You don't get that. So again, whomever is coming up and work, well, let me not say whomever, you do the thing. So congratulations. Keep on brainstorming, because at the end of the day, brother, this is something that we need. This is something that the industry needs, the artists need, the populace need, the fans need. And I'm optimistic that you're about to deliver some major things and shake this industry up. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing.
Definitely, it's a necessity. And thank you all for the congratulations. Certainly appreciated from my heart.
Love it, man. So, and here's the thing, no, this is not a Marlon part. This is G Cole. No, the views expressed by G Cole does not represent those of Marlon, does not represent those of Reggae Global, does not represent those of Real Rockers Radio. So when you send the whack stuff and it don't get played, don't be talking about, yo, I know the GM. Don't worry about it. The song ain't mixed, it ain't mastered, but I know the GM. We go for walks in the morning, try to burn these calories. I got you. Work that way there. Quality assurance is key. Talk to me a little bit about that. Quality assurance, quality control when it comes to this music. Let's talk a little bit about that.
My thing with music has always been good music is what we're about. Mm-hmm. And if it's good, we are going to play it. If it's not good, we're not play it. It's as simple as that.
Right. I had a conversation with an artist the other day, and he sent me some music. And I've always said, when it comes to what's hot and what's not, and what's so-called good and what's not, that's not my determination, nor is it the artist, nor is it radio. It's, or should I say, it's not supposed to be that way. It's about the listeners. But yes. Radio, of course, we do programming, so you program it enough. People, I have songs that I remember I didn't like, and eventually I'm singing them, so it kind of works.
It grows on you.
It grows on you. But I've had to say to somebody, it doesn't matter if the song catches me right away or 5 listens later. If it's not properly produced, if it's not properly mastered, if properly mixed, then it never catch me none at all. Right?
Well, that is exactly what I mean when I say good music, because. Mm-hmm. When I say good music, I don't mean that I have to like it.
Right.
I don't like everything that I play.
Right.
There are some songs I have to let the audience decide if they like it, regardless of how I feel about it. But when I say good music, I mean exactly what you said. If the voice sounds good, if the diction is good, if the singer is singing in key, if you have good harmony, if you have a good mix, if you have good musicianship, all the right ingredients that make good music, if you have that, regardless of how I feel about that particular song, if you have those ingredients, the audience will get a chance to hear it, regardless of how I feel about it personally.
I love it. And you know what? I'm gonna be talking about this a lot to come, because I'm excited, and you know what? I got some stuff I need to give away, and I'm gonna hold those giveaway until media day. All right, we got some stuff we got to give away. I'm gonna hold some of that until media day because I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know where exactly in the world I'm going to be, but I gotta get with my booking agent, my booking people, and make sure I'm somewhere close to home, because I gotta make it to media day and make sure because we're streaming live, right?
That's right. Make it a date. September 4th. Mark the dates on your calendar. Reggae Global Radio will be launched Friday, September 4th. Put it down on your calendar.
Love it. And as the days go by, I will be hijacking a couple of people from Reggae Global Radio, maybe their personalities, some of the people who are across the globe too. You know what I mean? We're going to be hijacking a couple of people and having some conversations with them, because I know I'm not the only person that's excited. I know I'm not the only person that appreciates what's going on. And oftentimes we look at the appreciation coming from those outside of it. But there's a lot of appreciation from those people within it. And I know that, I feel it, I hear it. So I'm going to be chopping up with some of those people. And again, they're going to be looking to you for guidance and for leadership, and to filter the BS too, because there's a lot of it coming. I know it comes my way, so I know it comes yours. And the good thing about it is you are allowing these people to be them. The concept of its programming, its radio, you're going to come in here and do, like you said, top 40 and play these 40 joints is not what we're about. And I appreciate that, brother. I really, really do.
That's definitely what good radio is about, because I grew up on good radio, and it has a special place in my heart, and I want to give that to the people of today.
Love it. Love it. You grew up on good radio, so did I. If I say good radio, give me one name. Just one name. I know there's more than one. Clinton Lindsay, good radio.
I grew up on that. I grew up on the good personalities in Jamaica, the Barrett G's and the Super Dons. I grew up with the late Errol Thompson. And when I moved to New York, there was Clinton Lindsay, there was Clive Hudson, there was Ken Williams, Jeff Barnes. We had tons, and then we had a second generation of personalities, Chris the Dubmaster and DJ Roy, and all these people. We had Francine Chin,
right?
We had Pat McKay. Can't leave the ladies out of anything now.
Nah, can't do that, and they're doing it so well too. Can't do that. Big up Francine Chin anywhere. I'm supposed to have a conversation. Francine, we're gonna chop it up. I was staying away from these cameras, but you know what? We're firing it up. So I'm gonna be chopping it up with Francine real soon, getting some knowledge and some info from her, because she's fire too.
Yeah, definitely. definitely.
My brother.
So I grew up with all these great radio personalities, and I think I took something from each of them.
Yeah.
They all left something with me. And I'm a composite of a lot of these personalities that I grew up listening to. And that is the whole idea, to recruit the best of the best and turn them loose.
I love it. And you took a piece of what they have. Hopefully they're not calling you ask your feedback. You know what I mean? But
give back. They can't ask some more. They can't ask some more. We're not give back.
I ain't giving it up. I love it. Bro, Reggae Global Radio. I'm excited. I know you are too. Let's drop them dates one more time. Let's first of all start with Media Day in Miramar. You said it's August 29th?
Record Store Day, August 29th. That's at VP Records in Miramar, Florida. Reggae Global Radio will be doing a live broadcast that day. And the official radio station launch is Friday, September 4th.
All right. And for those people who are going to be asking about the launch date for the FM band, we'll keep them posted, right?
Definitely keep you posted on that. Yes.
I love it. Keep up the good work. Before I get up out of here, I'm going to be dropping some joints from Chezidek's new album. Now, all right, I shouldn't be saying this, but it's a little cheating, but it is what it is. There's a lot of interviews that I should be doing, and I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to hold them off. Can't hold them off too long, but I wanted to definitely premiere them on Reggae Global. But we got some stuff coming up, all right? You know me, I love the legends. We got some conversations coming up. We got Shinehead, we got Third World. You know what I mean? We got a host of stuff. We got Chezidek and stuff like that. And the masses out there need to listen in, because you're going to be hearing all these things on Reggae Global Radio. And I know Marlon's got an arsenal of interviews lined up too, and some people that's going to be coming to chop it up on Reggae Global Radio. So guess what, brother? Let me know when your people come in so I can dial in, and I'll keep you posted on when my people coming in, because you don't know it's crossed the border.
Definitely, we will be putting it out there, and we'll be having promotions when we're talking to these people, and we'll be putting it out on social media when we're talking to the legends and the movers and the shakers in the industry, so that the masses will know who's coming.
And the actual website is launched and everything. So if there's info that people need,
Reggae Global Radio, ReggaeGlobalRadio.com is up and running right now. And if you go there and click that listen link, you will hear the conversation that's happening right now between G Cole and myself. You can go to ReggaeGlobalRadio.com and you can listen and keep abreast of what's coming there. ReggaeGlobalRadio.com. Put it down, bookmark it, do what you got to do.
I love it. My brother, give thanks. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks.
Blessings, my brother, each and every time.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Marlon Burrell. It's Reggae Global Radio. I'm going to drop some joints for you and we're going to catch up. My brother, thank you once more. All right?
Blessed love.
Much, much love. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jah is real. Walk one car.